The next game that we're gonna try is I think it's Mushroom Musume. That's a long list. Yeah, that's why we're randomizing. Mushroom Musume. I think this one is a VN. Mushroom Musume. Okay, let's watch the trailer first. Passive raising mushrooms. Hi, Shadowlord. Welcome in. Make unusual parenting decisions and raise a daughter unlike any other. What? How many are you gonna do? Grow your daughter into one of over 30 unique species of mushroom? What? Oh, draw a new hand and try again. This is Tamagotchi, but on steroids and with mushroom girls. Roll the dice? Wait, what? There's like D&D mechanics in here. Commit murder? Fall in love, climb a mountain? Oh, there is so much going on. What is going on? We can commit murder? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so let's give Mushroom Musume a try. From what I'm assuming, it looks like you raise a mushroom girl, and then you get to decide what she does with her life, I guess. So let's give it a try, shall we? Yeah, that's crazy. It sounds kind of crazy. I'm gonna change my hair for this. But yeah, welcome in. For those of you guys wondering, how many am I gonna do? I'm gonna be playing by the time, so I have about 45 more minutes for the first half of today's stream, and then at 8 p.m. I'll be coming back to play more. Error launch. Oh, did I open it twice? Oh, okay, there it is. Mushroom Musume. It's a bit soft, isn't it? I can't hear anything. Is there controller support? Oh, there is. Okay. Let's set the audio a bit louder. Okay, it's really hard to play with let's just play with the mouse. Self-voicing?
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh,
Self-voicing disabled.
Okay, nice. Let's start, I guess. Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. In the morning, the sun would rise, at night it would set. The recluse would observe the splendor, knowing that the sight would be made all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. It wasn't that they desired a relationship. Perhaps it was a flame that had burned them one too many times, or perhaps they were simply disinterested. No, a child. That's what they wanted. Someone to take care of and to teach. Unfortunately, it was a longing that could not be found, not in these woods alone. However, we are never quite as alone as we think, are we? One day, a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire. The lumber that the recluse had spent the morning gathering slipped through their hands as they spotted her, the witch of the woods. She began to speak. You desire a child, yes? For some, those are quite easy to come by, but not you, it would seem. Let's make a deal then. If you do 3 simple chores for me, I will present to you with a daughter of your very own. The recluse, caught up in a moment of naivety, quickly agreed. Not you, Minky. Shh. My cat wants a child, apparently. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, simply nodded and began to deliver the first of these so-called chores without hesitation. Your child will come into this world with little to her name. Let us even the scales. Bring me an heirloom, something she will forever value. The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. Your most used cast iron skillet, a glimmering music box, an old bottle of medicine that had sat unopened. I feel like a music box would be nice. A soft, beautiful chime played from the jeweled box. It had been created to bring joy and beauty to all around it, which you found admirable in theory. The recluse hoped that their daughter could have that privilege, to think she could focus on soft things like music and avoid the dark, painful things in life. Bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile. How perfect. After their brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. Are we the recluse? I think so. The second day, the recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Having a purpose again soothed them, even if they had found themselves caught up with a witch. They elected not to think about it, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say, they got up and went to meet with the witch. Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile lit up the witch's face. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more and I can finally give you what you want. She paused for only a moment before delivering her next message of import. Growth struggles to be achieved without presence. Offer me that which embodies the emotion you would provide for your daughter. The recluse pondered for a moment, thinking of what they had to offer. A prized gem fragment? A silver-backed hand mirror? A stone lawn ornament? I feel like a gem fragment would be nice. If there was anything worth showcasing the sheer wonder the recluse would have for their daughter, it was a small glittering fragment they kept secret. Like a brilliant emerald, it glimmered unlike anything else the recluse had ever seen. But even they understood that beneath its surface coursed something ethereal. Returning to the witch, the recluse held out their offering. But to the witch holds up her hand in protest. It is a beautiful thing to offer such passion. Merely the intent alone shall suffice. Feeling a tender hollowness, the recluse declined to answer. Yes, Minky. The third day. So now we're playing Mushroom Musume, which is like a story-based game. But we are like doing stuff that a witch asks, and then we'll meet a mushroom girl. What's going on with Minky? I don't know. She's just meowing away. She's excited by something. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant that this could be the last night they spent without a child. Thank you so much for the sub. Happy 1 year, Jacob. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch had been waiting there for them. Welcome back, recluse. Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? The last task is an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright that you think will suit her. When they were first told of the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things that were much more difficult. This seemed so easy as to be a trick, which they suppose only meant they should take it seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. With death in mind, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. A field of flowers? Oh! I wanted to see the rest! Oh, my bad. I didn't see the other options. Aww. If someone wanted color, where else was there to even consider? The recluse decided to make their way to a particularly idyllic field of flowers. The field was filled with an overwhelming amount of choice. Before long, the recluse narrowed the options down to a few. Forget-me-nots, light-hearted blue flowers. Foxglove, purple bell-like blooms. Bleeding heart, sanguine and symbolic drops. Cardinal flowers, a prideful red bloom. What's that? A pumpkin? I like the pumpkin. Let's take that. It's not a flower, the recluse figured, but perhaps that's okay. Their daughter would be unique, like a single gourd sitting proudly in a field of daisies. Just like the pumpkin in their hands was before they took it. I've been caught! Oh no! The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. I'm assuming it's this color because I chose pumpkin. The recluse stood there for a moment, unsure, before finally the witch realized what they expected. Oh, you want your promised daughter, don't you? Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel. I suppose I must tell you that I lied, human. I do require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment. The recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. Pay me now with wealth. Pay me now with life. Pay me sometime soon in larger quantities. Pay me at a much later date in the way I choose. Let's pay her with wealth? I don't know, I hope I have some money. They offered their coin purse to the witch, and she took it wordlessly. After pocketing the whole pouch, she returned a single coin to the recluse's hand. This will be sufficient, the witch smiles. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry, eventually she will develop a mind. Simply give her time, as much as she needs. Soon your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all that settled though, there's one last thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. What is her name? I'm gonna name her... I wanna start it with P. Let's go with Petunia, even though she's not a flower, she's a pumpkin girl. Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. Chapter 2, Cultivation. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions, care for the pot and the dirt and everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case the nearby village had goods or services that you could not provide. Nutrients for the child to help it grow strong. They would need plenty, as it would be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. Ooh. One day you wake slightly earlier than usual. In your somewhat somnambulant state, you hear an ethereal croon originating from your garden. When you go out, you spot it. A small fairy clad in pumpkin is sitting among your crops. Build a small fairy garden in your daughter's room using supplies. Offer a coin to gain their favor. Catch the fairy and sell it in town. Excuse me? Want the fairy to use as food? I guess I need money, but I feel bad selling the fairy. Well, I gotta be a good mother. I gotta feed my child. We're selling the fairy. Using a butterfly net, you capture the pest and store it in a spare wine bottle you had laying around. The next day you find your way to the market, where you manage to pawn it off for some coin. Oh, now I'm at 10 kind. The decision being made, life continued. Recently, you've begun to think about your daughter's living quarters, specifically her pot. You have a few ideas how to improve it, but you only have so much time. Which do you decide to move forward with? Ensure that her soil remains ever damp? Use your cooking scraps as compost? Buy some fancy substrate from town? Decorate the pot? Infuse the soil with a drop of your own blood? I'm gonna use... I have some money now. Let's go with use cooking scraps as compost. Recently, when cooking, you've noticed some waste. Perhaps the peels and scraps that you normally throw into the woods could have better use. You begin to place small fragments of your meal in a special bin. It almost feels as though you're sharing a meal with your daughter, and that thought brings you warmth. Hopefully she likes your cooking. She has a lot of it in her life. Her quality of life has been improved. Life continued. I have no stamina, guys. Huh. Something's happening. Oh! What? Is this my daughter? In the trailer we saw all these cute little anime girls. And I got a little mushroom person. I think this should be like the awkward teenage phase, maybe? Your daughter has changed in the night. Petunia, what happened to you? Oh, here's Petunia. She's so cute. One morning, you awaken with a weight in your chest and open your eyes to find a heavy mushroom sitting on top of you. The creature has grown little arms and legs and demonstrates her newfound mobility by clambering off the bed as you wake. Her demeanor seems cheerful, wandering about in an excitable and inquisitive mood, like a baby. Encourage her optimism. Spend time nurturing her environment. Motivate her to be more practical. I think encourage her optimism. Your daughter's development is going to be better than expected, and you want to promote her cheerful nurture. You encourage her to appreciate beautiful things, bringing her to the flower-filled glade you once visited. Enthralled by the wondrous sights, appreciating nature quickly becomes her favorite pastime, and she spends much of her time wandering outside. The decision being made, life continues. One evening, you hear a light knocking at your door, quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods standing at the doorstep of your humble hut. What are you doing here again? Could she be here for a visit? Or to settle a debt? Introduce her to your daughter. Privately request a stipend. Let's introduce her. Perhaps it was time your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe even learn a thing or two. The two of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for a dry and awkward small talk. Something about the way the two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they've made some sort of connection today. The decision being made, life continued. Harsh weather has taken its toll on your garden, and your entire harvest has been lost. Weeks' worth of food and labor have been rotten and destroyed. Without immediate action, you and your daughter will be in trouble later down the line. Make your daughter tend to the plants, till the garden again and start over from seed. Times are tough. Offer your daughter some old food, maybe she'll like it. Accept the loss for now. You can make do. We're low on stamina, so we're gonna take a mental health day and say no work for me. It's unfortunate to let go, and yet you bitterly accept it. You're a bit of an expert in that area. Next year, you will be better prepared. For now, you will rest and simply go without. The decision being made, life continued. Oh! Oh, let's go! Oh! Huh? Oh my god! She's so cute! Your daughter has changed in the night! Aww! One morning, you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. After an hour of searching the nearby forest, you find her walking in a nearby meadow. Phew! To your surprise, the creature had now taken the form of a young girl. You find relief to confirm that the witch hadn't betrayed you. At your approach, she turns and grins at you excitedly before continuing to appreciate her surroundings. Sit and watch her play. Buy her a nice gift to celebrate. Tell her it's time to go home. We have a little bit of money. Let's buy her a nice gift. Today feels like a momentous achievement, so you tell your daughter you're going to the village to buy her a present. She jumps up and down excitedly, and the two of you head back to prepare for a trip into town. Your daughter thoroughly enjoys the outing and lovingly clutches the stuffed toy she picked out of the market. The decision being made, life continues. You awaken, only to discover that your daughter is covered in tiny parasitic creatures? For the sake of her health, you should probably find a way to get rid of the little pests. Give the child a thorough rinse. Buy some fine healing pesticides. She's all organic, leave them be. Encourage her to embrace the change. I think we're gonna need to use our stamina a little bit. After a moment of contemplation, you gather the requisite components for a soapy bath. Your daughter, thankfully, seems to enjoy the experience. The creatures are dealt with. The decision being made, life continues. We're at 2 nutrients. Your daughter needs food too, and you've just run out. You have to find something to feed her soon or she'll surely starve. Spend the day gathering nutritious substrate. Let's go with gather. You spend the day foraging and digging into the woods and return with a heap of mushroom food for your hungry daughter. It's a little hard to be sure, but it seems like she's thankful for your efforts. Okay. An end? One night, you find yourself struggling to sleep. Your mind wanders as you continue your current place in life. You live peacefully with your daughter for many moons. Initially, it was strange. Well, it never stopped being strange, but you were always thankful for the company. Besides, the affection you felt for her was like any parent would feel towards their child. It was normal, at least. Sorry for the sneezing. My husband is having a sneezing fit. Your thoughts turn to the concept of time, particularly how you were once alone and how you're afraid that you will be again someday. Your daughter has had more and more curiosities about the outside world. It's only a matter of time before she wants to strike her own path. Should we keep sneezing? Thank you for the 7 months, Kitashi. I hope you will be fulfilled now. You hope you've done enough. Ultimately, you find comfort in what you've done. You may have had many failures in your life, but there's one thing you know you can die proud of. An intervention. The recluse lay sleeping in their bed, and the daughter lay sleeping in her own. However, on this night, the witch has decided to intrude. It appears that her interest is with the child. She immediately stakes her spot at the end of the girl's bed. With a surprisingly gentle hand, the witch reaches out to feel the child. She sees her small size and her underdeveloped appearance. You poor thing, the witch murmurs, speaking softly enough such as not to wake her. That human has no idea what you need to grow, do they? Perhaps, just this once, I shall offer assistance. Take this gift of wisdom. Do not let others take advantage of you, sweet girl. The gift was delivered by a simple, delicate kiss upon the forehead. The Witch of the Woods wished the child a gentle good luck before disappearing once more into the night. What? And a new beginning. Telling the recluse that you wanted to see more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. Oh no! Our daughter's growing up! They're gonna leave us as an empty nester! As they grew older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They were happy that you'd grown enough to want to move out. They'd even offered to help you build your own home close to theirs. You were welcome to visit any time, obviously. Faster than you would have anticipated, the two of you built your home together. They showed you all of the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived. You were officially on your own. Well, it's not really horror, it's more of like heartfelt almost. They showed you all of the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. You were scared a little, but also excited. It felt like a new chapter was just beginning for you. Oh, Petunia! Petunia had evolved into an elegant pumpkin turkentail. She's so cute. So, according to the devs or according to the trailer, there's about 30 different daughters that you can raise through this game, depending on your choices that you made. And this is my first. Her name is Petunia, but we will stop here for the day. This is Mushroom Musume. Oh, wait, there's more. There's dampness, mycelium, robustness, potency, humanity. She's pretty balanced, if I had to say so myself. Oh, there's a lot more to unlock, huh? There is a lot more to unlock. Oops, I misclicked. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume there's a lot more to this game that meets the eye. But for now, I'm happy with where we ended up. Cards and tokens. Interesting. Oh, my family is Mystic Bond. You've developed your rapport with your creator, the Witch of the Woods. Your bond with the witch has been deepened, and the recluse will always live in your heart and for the time being next door. That's so cute. Okay, so henceforth, I'm guessing that you play as your daughter? Right? Well, that's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna stick around to see all of what this is about. We're gonna just do a quick save. And if you want to try it out, this is called Mushroom Musume. I think there's going to be a lot of replay value in this game, so I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I think the demo also has many, many different ways that your daughter can evolve and the kind of traits that she can have. So very, it's a lot more intricate than I expected it to be. So that was Mushroom Musume. Thank you for joining me for that.